Hello everybody, my name's Lisa, this is Where I Sew. Welcome back. Today is week 3 of my dressmaking sewing course at Harrow College, and there are a couple of things going on at the moment. Today we will be starting to cut out patterns and make a toile or a calico or a test run or muslin. Those are the 3 words for doing your little first go through. Anyway, on Saturday, if you watch my other video about fabric shopping in Soho, you'll see I went to a couple of different shops, and most of them, the staff were really, they were all lovely. But the last shop that I went to, the gentleman said to me, "And what are you going to be making?" And I told him, and he said, "Well," he sort of looked at me out of the corner of his eye like this, "And will you be doing hard tailoring?" I thought, yeah, well, the pattern's not that difficult. I mean, isn't all tailoring hard? And I thought, don't say anything. Inside voice. So, "You were an expert here, so don't even pretend." So I said, "What's that? No idea, never heard that before." And he said, "It's a calico, it's a toile, it's a mock-up." I went, "Thank you very much. I'll be on about my business." So, real expert. So this is the pattern that I'm going to use, and it's a Vogue Easy Sew. The serial number is V9075, and I'm going to be doing the B one. I saw this on one of those little, it was some premiere for a film, or it was some award season or something, and there was this little starlet who's so young. They're all starting to look the same to me. I'm at that age where it's, oh, that's not music, that's noise, and who are these children, and all the coppers look like children. So I didn't recognise. Anyway, it was mentioned on a sewing channel, and they said this was the pattern, more or less, and she had it in denim, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. So this is what I'm going to be attempting. I mean, it's not the most difficult, it's not spectacularly hard tailoring, but there's lots of darts that zip up the back, and yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I've also got my own body weight in calico. This stuff really weighs. I haven't washed it, so I hope she doesn't tell me off for not having washed it. She's quite strict, but that's good. That's a good thing. Number 3 is that I think I've mentioned it before, I'm bipolar. And I'm also just in the middle of a steroid treatment, prednisone, for my asthma, which is the bane of my life, apart from my back and my mind. And I don't know if people are aware of this, but steroids and bipolar together are a horrible mix, a nasty cocktail. There's actually an upside to it. They make me manic, absolutely off the charts, mad, can't sleep. Just don't stop thinking, don't stop moving, don't stop talking. So I suppose one of the upsides to this, that might be great entertainment for a little bit. But I've got quite a bit of makeup on because I think I look quite fatigued, haven't slept properly. So if any of you know somebody who is bipolar and needs to take steroids, approach with caution, raw meat and a chair in front of you. So I just hope that the class, I don't make a divvy out myself or I'm too much, because you can't be objective about it sometimes. You can, and you kind of hear yourself, and you can go, might take that down a bit. And some people think you're hilariously funny, but when you think back on it, you think, what are you like? I think, oh, Lisa, she's so much fun. They don't realise you're actually in treatment for mental health problem. Anyway, and then they don't realise that the next time that you might not be on top form. And it can be awkward. So there's a little mental health insight, and I have something else to show you. So I don't know if this has been a bit extra, but with my back, there's only so much I can carry. Anyway, I'll just show you. Hang on a second. I'll just flip things around here, if it'll do that for me. So the state of my kitchen is probably evidence of the combination of steroids and all the rest of it. It's just a bit of a tip. this is it tidied up as well. This baby here, like I said, this might look a bit extra, but with the weight of calico that I'm carrying, I filled up all my sort of toolage that I might need. Scissors. I have these clips rather than pins, because number one, do you know a great thing about these things? If you're working with something like a very delicate fabric, they won't tear it, they won't puncture it, so they're wonderful for that. I've got 4 different types of scissors. Scissor sharpener, so my ring binder, and eventually when I make a decision about whether or not to bring my sewing machine with me, the sewing machine more or less fits in there. I've got my French curve, so this fits in here. This goes on the top. Look, it's got little wheels. It's not portable. Hi, guess what happened? I went without my pattern. Yes, custard brain. But it didn't matter in the end, because there is another woman there who has a pattern that I bought on Etsy some time ago for a turban. Anyway, I won't get out. I'll put a picture in, is what I'll do. And it has come to pass that this pattern is all kinds of messed up. Like, it has to be resized. The reason I didn't make was I couldn't decipher it. It's a vintage pattern and it makes 0 sense. So it's taken 2 of us the 3 hours to actually work out how to put it together, because the instructions are so vague, and it's an American pattern, so they've got some different phraseology. Anyway, so I'll probably get on with this myself at home. And again, I just learned so many things, particularly about increasing and decreasing at the hip and at the bust, and how to put all the increases and the decreases proportionate through the pattern. Woman's a legend. As for the mad behaviour, you know, again, it's hard to kind of figure it out for yourself. You see, I have this terrible habit. I make people laugh, and I don't know if I suppose some people say it's a defence mechanism. It's a very bad habit. But when I'm high, it's even worse. So what I did was I just went off and stayed in a corner. But there was some larking around, I don't know. I just ran away at the end. But anyway, that was that. It's exhausting. There's so much to take in, and I'd come without my partner, I couldn't believe it. There's so much to take in. My head is banging, and the table height's a bit, one of the tables is perfect, it's a perfect work table, but some of the others are a bit low, loads of noise, and I can find that, because I'm here all on my own working, and I have the radio on and I can focus, but there's people running around, and there's a couple of people are maybe struggling a bit, and it's just the noise is a bit distracting. But apart from that, another very, very fruitful, very productive, enjoyable afternoon with lovely people. So all balanced out nicely in the end. There we go. Anyway, more news next week. A couple of the women are so like going to have their own businesses as well. That's been an eye-opener, but I'll tell you all about that next week, so come back and see me then. Bye for now.